Sorry to wake you up. Mom sent me to come to get you. She wants to see you in the library.
Right now? I went to your room before, but you weren't there.
I was out.
Alright, hang on a second while I change my shirt.
What happened to you?
Pick the fight with back of werewolves. You have something on your neck.
What?
Looks like a bite mark. What have you been doing all day anyway?
Nothing. I went walking in the park, tried to clear my head.
And ran into a vampire?
What? No, I fell.
On your neck?
Whoa! Jonathan?
Is anyone there?
Surely you recognize your own father, Jonathan. Are you hurt?
That thing, where is it? What was it?
You are hurt. Who ordered you locked up here? Was it the Clave? The Lightwoods?
It was the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor and the Clave are one and the same, and the Lightwoods should have never allowed this to happen. I would have never let anyone do this to you.
Did you come down here to kill me?
Kill you? Why would I want to kill you?
Well, why did you kill Jeremiah? And don't bother feeding me some story about just happened to wander wrong after he spontaneously died. I know you did this.
I did kill him, and every other silent brother in the city. They had something I needed.
What, a sense of decency?
This. Malearthach.
You took the Silent Brother's sword?
It was never theirs. It belongs to all Nephilim. This is the blade with which the angel drove Adam and Eve out of the garden. And he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, and the flaming sword which burned every way.
What are you going to do with it?
I'll tell you that when I think I can trust you, and I know that you trust me.
Trust you? After we sneaked through that part of Renwick and smashed it so I couldn't come after you? And we tried to kill Clary?
I would never hurt your sister, any more than I would hurt you.
All you've ever done is hurt me. It was the Lightwoods who protected me.
I'm not the one who locked you up here. I'm not the one who threatens and distrusts you. Those are the Lightwoods and their friends in the Clave. Seeing you like this, how they've treated you, and yet you remain stoic. I'm proud of you.
What?
I realize now what I did wrong at Renwick's. I was picturing you as the little boy I left behind in Idris, obedient to my every wish. Instead, I found a headstrong young man, independent and courageous. Yet I treated you as if you were still a child. No wonder you rebelled against me.
Rebelled? I
never had a chance to explain my past to you, to tell you why I've done the things I've done.
There's nothing to explain. You killed my grandparents. You held my mother prisoner. You slew other Shadowhunters to further your own ends.
You only know half the facts, Jonathan. I lied to you when you were a child because you were too young to understand. But now you are old enough to be told the truth.
So tell me the truth.
I want to trust you, Jonathan. Can I?
I wish.
Quicker than I thought.
What's coming? What is it?
I must go, but we're not done here, you and I.
Unchain me. Whatever it is, I want to be able to fight it.
Unchaining you would hardly be a kindness now.
No, Father, please.
If you want to find me, you will find me. No, I thought he could go to Magnus. Magnus? He's a warlock. Actually, he's the High Warlock of Brooklyn.
You mean Magnus Bane? He has a reputation.
He healed me when I fought a greater demon. The Sign Brothers couldn't do anything, but Magnus... That's ridiculous. What you want is to help Jonathan escape.
He's not well enough to escape. Can't you see that?
Magnus would never let that happen. He's not interested in crossing the Glaive. And how would he propose preventing it? Jonathan is a shadow hunter. We're not easy to keep under lock and key. Maybe you should ask him. By all means, where is he? He's here. Magnus. Magnus, come on out.
Is he dead? He looks dead. No, he's not dead. Have you checked? I could kick him if you want.
Stop that. He's not dead. He's injured. Your medical skills are required. Jonathan needs to be well enough for the interrogation.
Fine, but it'll cost you.
Wait.
What does Isabel want?
Isabel says the Queen of the Seelie Court has requested an audience with us. Sure, and Madonna wants me as a backup dancer on her next world tour. Who's Madonna? Who's the Queen of the Seelie Court? She's the Queen of the Fairies. Well, the Seelie Fae anyway.
Tell Isabel no.
But she thinks it's a good idea.
Then tell her no twice.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, just that some of Isabel's ideas are world beaters and some are total disasters. Remember that idea she had about using abandoned subway tunnels to get around under the city? Talk about giant rats. Let's not. I'd rather not talk about rats at all, in fact.
This is different. She wants us to go to the Seelie court.
You're right, this is different. This is her worst idea ever.
She knows a night in the court. He told her that the Seelie Queen is interested in meeting with us. Isabel overheard my conversation with our mother, and she thought that if we could explain our theory about Valentine and the Soul Sword to the Queen, the Seelie court would side with us, maybe even ally with us against Valentine. Is it safe to go there?
Of course it's not safe.
I don't know anything about the Seelie court. Vampire and werewolves I get. There are enough movies about them. But fairies are little kid stuff. I dressed up as a fairy for Halloween when I was 8. My mom made me a hat shaped like a buttercup.
I remember that. I was a Transformer. Actually, I was a Decepticon.
Can we get back to the point? Fine. Isabel thinks, and I agree, that it's not a good idea to ignore the fair folk. If they want to talk, what harm can it do? Besides, if the Seelie court were on our side, the Clave would have to listen to what we have to say.
The fair folk don't help humans.
Shadowhunters are not human. Not really.
We are not much better than them. Can't be worse than vampires. And you did alright with them. Did alright with them? By which I take it you mean we survived. Well, fairies are the offerings of demons and angels, with the beauty of angels and the viciousness of demons. A vampire might attack you if you entered its domain, but a fairy could make you dance till you die with your legs ground down into stumps, trick you into a midnight swim and drag you screaming underwater until your lungs burst, fill us with fairy dust till you gouge them out at the roots.
Jace, shut up! Jesus, that's enough!
Look, it's easy to outsmart a werewolf or a vampire. They're no smarter than anyone else. But fairies live for hundreds of years and they're as cunning as snakes. They can't lie, but they love to engage in creative truth-telling. They'll find out whatever that you want most in the world and give it to you with a sting in the tail of the gift that will make you regret you ever wanted it in the first place. They're not really about helping people, more about harm disguised as help. And you don't think you're smart enough to know the difference? I don't think you're smart enough not to get turned into a rat by accident. I don't think it matters what you think we should do, considering you can go with us. You can go anywhere. You are not taking Claire to the Seelie court without me, and that is final.
I can take care of Clary.
Alec, no, you can't.
We're going. Jace, a request from the Seelie court, it'd be stupid to ignore it. Besides, Isabel probably already told them we're coming.
There's no chance I'll let you do this, Alec. I'll whistle you to the ground if I have to.
While that does sound tempting, there is another way.
What other way? This is a directive from the Clave. I can't just weasel out of it.
But I can. Never doubt my weaseling abilities, Shadowhunter, for they are epic and memorable in their scope. I specifically enchanted the contract with the Inquisitor so I could let you go for a short time if I desired, as long as another of the Nephilim was willing to take your place. Where are we going to find... Oh, you mean me.
Oh, now you don't want to go to the Seelie court.
I think it's more important for you to go than me. You're Valentine's son. I'm sure you're the one the Queen really wants to see. Besides, you're charming. Maybe not at the moment, but you're usually charming, and fairies are very susceptible to charm. Plus, if you stay here, I've got the whole first season of Gilligan's Island on DVD.
No one can turn that down.
Isabel can meet you in the park by Turtle Pond. She knows the secret entrance to the court. She'll be waiting. And one last thing. Try not to get yourself killed in the Seelie court. If you die, I'll have a lot of explaining to do.
You know, I have a feeling that's going to be the case whether I get myself killed or not.
A moment. One of you must remain.
What do you mean?
Once our food or drink passes mortal lips, the mortal is ours. You know that, Shadowhunter. But I didn't drink any of it. She's lying.
Fairies don't lie. I'm afraid you're mistaken, my lady.
Look at her fingers and tell me she didn't lick them clean. Of blood, one of the sprites bit my finger. It was bleeding.
It's true then. I suppose I should have expected a trick like that. Why are you doing this? What do you want from us?
Perhaps I'm only curious. It is not often I have young Shadowhunters so close within my purview. Like us, you trace your ancestry to heaven. That intrigues me.
But unlike you, there is nothing of hell in us.
You are mortal. You age, you die. If that is not hell, pray tell me what is. If you just want to study a Shadowhunter, I won't be of much use to you. I don't know anything about Shadowhunting. I hardly have any training. I'm the wrong person to pick. In truth, Clarissa Morgenstern, you're precisely the right person. Thanks to the changes your father worked in you, you're not like other Shadowhunters. Your gifts are different. My gifts? Yours is the gift of words that cannot be spoken. And your brother's is the angel's own gift. Your father made sure of it when your brother was only a child and before you were even born. My father never gave me anything. He didn't even give me a name.
Well, the fair folk do not lie, they can be lied to. I'm afraid you have been victim of a trick or joke, my lady. There's nothing special about myself or my sister.
How deftly you downplay your charms. Though you must know you are not of the usual sort of human boy, Jonathan. Could it be that you do not know?
I know that I will not leave my sister here in your court. And since there's nothing to be learned about either her or myself, perhaps you could do her the favor of releasing her.
What if I told you she could be freed by a kiss? Want Jace to kiss you? Despite his charms, that kiss will not free the girl.
I could kiss Meliorn.
Not that, nor any of my court.
I'm not kissing any of you, just so it's official.
That hardly seems necessary, if a kiss is all. No, that is not what I want either.
Oh, for the angel's sake, look, if there's no other way of getting out of this, I'll kiss Simon. I've done it before, it wasn't that bad.
Thanks, that's very flattering. Alas, I'm afraid I won't do either.
Well, I'm not kissing the mundane, I'd rather stay down here and watch.
Forever? Forever is an awfully long time.
I know it, you want to kiss me, don't you?
Of course not, but if...
I guess it's true what they say, there are no straight men in the trenches.
That's atheist, jackass. There are no atheists in the trenches. Well, this is all very amusing. The kiss that will free the girl is the kiss she most desires. Only that and nothing more.
Why are you doing this?
I rather thought I was offering you a boon. That's ridiculous. They're brother and sister. Desire is not always lessened by disgust, nor can it be bestowed like a favor to those most deserving of it. And as my words bind my magic, so you may know the truth. If she doesn't desire his kiss, she won't be freed. You don't have to do this, Clary. It's a trick.
Not a trick, a test. Well, I don't know about you, Simon, but I'd like to get Clary out of here.
Like you'd kiss Alex just because the Queen of the Sealy Court asked you to.
Sure, I would, if the other option is being stuck in the Sealy Court forever. Who cares anyway? It's just a kiss. That's right, it's just a kiss. You can close your eyes and think of England if you like.
I've never even been to England.
At least Jason call me mundane anymore. What's that you're holding?
Oh, this had to come out to your berries.
I'm not gay though, or bi.
Just take it.
Even if I was, I would have to come out to my mother. She already thinks I'm gay because I'm not interested in sports. And I haven't had a serious girlfriend. Not that she knows of anyway.
But you have to come out as a vampire. Luke thought maybe you could, use one of the suggested speeches in the pamphlet, except use the word undead instead of...
I get it. Here, I'll practice on you. Mom, I have something to tell you. I'm undead. Now, I know you may have some preconceived notions about the undead, but I'm here to tell you the undead are just like you and me. Well, okay, possibly more like me than you.
Simon!
Alright. The first thing you need to understand is that I'm the same person I always was. Being undead isn't the most important thing about it. It's just part of who I am. The second thing you should know is that it isn't a choice. I was born this way. Sorry, reborn this way.
You're not trying.
Well, at least I can tell you buried me in a Jewish cemetery. Maybe I should start small, tell my sister first.
I'll come with you if you want. Maybe I can help make them understand.
Sorry to startle you.
It's fine.
Actually, I'm not sorry. That's the most emotion I've seen from you in days.
I haven't seen you in days.
And whose fault is that? I've called you, you don't pick up the phone. And it's not as if I could simply come see you. I've been in prison, in case you've forgotten.
Not exactly prison. You've got Magnus to keep you company in the Gilligan's Island.
The cats of Gilligan's Island can go fuck themselves.
Aren't you supposed to be leaving with Magnus?
Can't wait to get rid of me?
No. I mean, no, it's not that. I don't hate you, Jace.
I don't hate you either.
I'm glad to hear that.
I wish I could hate you. I want to hate you. I've tried to hate you. It would be so much easier if I did hate you. Sometimes I think I do hate you and then I see you and
And you what?
What do you think? Why should I tell you everything about how I feel when you never tell me anything? It's like banging my head on a wall, except at least if I were banging my head on the wall, I'd be able to make myself stop.
You think it's easy for me? Do you think...
Clary? I see. Sorry to interrupt.
David, what is it about you? Why do you have to ruin everything? There, I got it. What do you want me to do?
What do you think? Gee, that's enough. You said you could draw new ones, Clary.
I said I thought so.
Well, I would like you to try it.
Now?
Unless you got something else in mind.
I can't just do it on command like that. Not without an idea.
What kind of idea?
I mean, I don't even know what runes already exist. I need to know a meaning, a word, before I can draw a rune for it. It's hard enough for us to remember every rune.
How about fearless?
Fearless?
There are runes for bravery, but never any to take away fear. But if you, as you say, can create new runes. Look, I just remember that there isn't one, that's all, and it seemed harmless enough. Fine.
Fearless. Fearless. There. Cool.
But does it work?
What do you mean?
I mean, right now it's a drawing. You can't take fear away from a piece of paper. It never had any to begin with. We have to try it out on one of us before we can be sure to real rune. I'm not sure that's such a great idea. It's a fabulous idea. I've got a story we can use. Who wants to do me? A regrettable choice of words. No, Jace, you already behave as if you've never heard the word fear. I fail to see how we'll be able to tell the difference if it does work on you. I've heard the word fear. I simply choose to believe it doesn't apply to me. Exactly the problem.
Well, why don't I try it on you then?
Can mark down rollers, Clary. Now I'm feeling real effect. The demon disease that causes lycanthropy prevents the mark from taking effect.
Then try it on me. I can do with some fearlessness. Here, mark my arm.
Unless you think you should do it.
No, you're probably better at actually applying marks than I am.
Roll up your sleeve. Well, it looks nice at least, whether it works or not.
So what? So how do you feel? Any different? Not really.
So it doesn't work. Not necessarily. There might simply be nothing going on that might activate it. Perhaps there isn't anything here that Alec is afraid of. Boo! Come on, sure you've got a phobia or two. What scares you?
Spiders. Have you got a spider anywhere?
Why would I have a spider? Do I look like someone who would collect them? No offense, but you kinda do.
You know, maybe this was a stupid experiment. What about the dark? We could lock you in the basement. I'm a demon hunter. Clearly, I'm not afraid of the dark. Well, you might be, but I'm not. Simon?
Couldn't be, it's daylight.
Alright, do you want me to go get it?
No, I'm fine. It's probably someone wondering why the bookstore's shut. Alec, what on earth are you doing here? I thought I made it clear that...
Mother, father, there's something I have to tell you. I'm seeing someone. Alec, this is hardly the time. Yes, it is. This is important. You see, I'm not just seeing anyone. I'm seeing a downroller. In fact, I'm seeing a
Alec!
Why am I on the floor?
That's a good question. What was that?
What was what? Wait, did I say something before I passed out? I mean,
You know you were wondering if that thing Clary did work or not? It works alright.
what did I say? You said you were seeing someone, though you weren't clear as to why that was important. I'm not seeing anyone, and it's not important, or it wouldn't be if I was seeing someone, which I'm not.
Alec's been delirious. Side effects of some demon toxins? Most unfortunate, but he'll be fine soon. Demon toxins? No reported demon attack at the Institute. What is going on here, Lucian? This is your house, isn't it? You know perfectly well if there's been a demon attack, you're supposed to report it.
Luke was attacked too. He's been unconscious. How convenient. Everyone is either unconscious or apparently delirious. How could you do it? How could you kill Simon? He was just a boy, just an ordinary human.
He wasn't human. He had become a monster. You just couldn't see it, Clarissa, because he wore the face of a friend.
He wasn't a monster, he was still Simon.
Don't think I'm not sympathetic to your situation. It was the same for me when Lucian was bitten.
He told me you gave him a dagger and told him to kill himself.
That was a mistake.
At least you admit it.
I should have told him myself. It would have showed that I cared.
But you didn't. You've never cared about anyone. Not about my mother, not about Jace. They were just things that belonged to you.
Isn't that what love is, Clarissa? Ownership? I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine, as the Song of Songs goes.
No, and don't put the Bible at me. I don't think you get it. It's not just that someone belongs to you, it's that you give yourself to them. I doubt you've ever given anything to anyone, except maybe nightmares.
To give yourself to someone, as you've given yourself to Jonathan.
What?
You think I haven't seen the way you two look at each other, the way he says your name? You may not think I can feel, but that doesn't mean I can't see feelings in others. I suppose we only have ourselves to blame, your mother and I, having kept you two apart so long. You never developed the revulsion towards each other that would be more natural between siblings.
I don't know what you mean.
I think I make myself plain enough. I saw Jonathan after he faced the fear demon, you know. It showed itself to him as you. That told me all I needed to know. The greatest fear in Jonathan's life is the love he feels for his sister. Did you really think I let you near a weapon I thought you could use? It seems of my two children, only one seems capable of understanding the truth.
If you mean Jace, he hates you too.
That is enough out of you. Ruined by your upbringing. Your mother was always a stubborn woman. That's one of the things I loved about her in the beginning. I thought she'd stand by her ideals. Tell me, Clarissa, did your mother ever talk about me?
She told me my father was dead.
But she never told you were different? Special?
She never told me I was a shadow hunter.
Do you know why your mother left me?
You mean there's only one reason?
She told me I had turned her first child into a monster. She left me before I could do the same to her second. You, but she was too late.
She'd never say that. Jace isn't a monster, neither am I.
I wasn't talking about...
Simon! What did you do to her?
Nothing. Yet. I should be the one asking you what you've done, Jonathan. Why is it still alive? Revenants can regenerate, but now it's just little blood in them. Oh, you mean me? Yeah, that's right. You left me for dead. Well, deader.
Shut up. Let me do the answer. I let Simon drink my blood, so he wouldn't die.
You willingly let a vampire drink your blood?
Yes.
You've no idea what you've done, Jonathan. No idea.
I saved a life, one you tried to take, I know that much.
Not a human life. You resurrected a monster that will only kill to feed again. His kind are always hungry. I'm hungry right now. I won't mind a little more blood. But your blood will probably choke me, you poisonous beast of... I'd like to see you try, Revenant. When the soul sword cuts you, you will burn as you die.
The sword isn't turned, not quite. He didn't get my blood, he couldn't finish the ceremony.
If you killed the Revenant now, you can still undo what you've done.
No.
Just take the weapon you hold in your hand and drive it through its heart. One simple motion, nothing you haven't done.
I saw Agramon. It had your face.
You saw Agramon? And you lived?
I killed it.
You killed the demon of fear, but you won't even kill one vampire? Not even at my order?
He's a vampire, that's true. But his name is Simon.
I take it then you haven't changed your mind? What you said when you came to me before, that was your final word? Or do you regret having disobeyed me?
Yes, I regret having disobeyed you.
Jonathan.
Especially since I plan to do it again. Right now.
Estelle? Jace, is this some sort of joke, or have you finally...
Take the stele, Clary, use it, you know what to do.
What does it say? It says, Mene Mene Tekel Oppasin.
That's not what it says. It says, open.
Clary,